What is your purpose? Yeah, it's a huge question. It's the kind of question that gets thrown at you at graduation parties, during those late-night talks, and honestly, in every self-help book you've ever picked up. Society tells you that you need to find this one thing, this single magnificent reason for your existence. It's supposed to be your North Star, your guiding light, the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning with a big stupid grin on your face. You're told that once you find it, everything will magically fall into place, like your life will suddenly have meaning. Your problems will vanish. You'll be happy, fulfilled, and probably have great hair too. It's the ultimate life hack, the final boss of personal development. This idea is everywhere. You see it in movies where the hero discovers their destiny and saves the world. You hear it from motivational speakers yelling at you from a stage, telling you to find your passion and live your dream. Your Instagram feed is probably clogged with inspirational quotes plastered over pictures of sunsets, all screaming the same message. You are not complete until you discover your special purpose. This pressure starts early. As kids, we're asked what we want to be when we grow up. The question isn't just about a job, it's a test. It's asking, what grand contribution will you make to the world? And so we start the search, convinced that there's a hidden treasure map to our own significance. But let's be honest for a second, this whole search is exhausting. You spend years trying on different hats. Maybe your purpose is to be an artist, so you buy a bunch of paint and stare at a blank canvas until you feel like a failure. Then you think maybe it's about helping people, so you volunteer at a soup kitchen for a weekend and realize it's hard work and you're not Mother Teresa. You try being a minimalist, a world traveler, an entrepreneur, a yoga instructor. Each time you hope, this is it, this is the one. But the feeling fades, and you're back where you started, feeling even more lost than before. The problem is that this question, what is my purpose, assumes there's a single correct answer. It's like a cosmic game show where you have to guess what's behind the curtain, and if you guess wrong, you go home with a consolation prize of existential dread. This sets us up for a life of constant searching and perpetual disappointment. We end up measuring our entire lives against this impossibly high standard. We look at our normal, messy, complicated lives and think something is wrong with us because we haven't found our one true calling. Let's talk about money. Because a lot of this pressure to find your purpose comes down to someone trying to sell you something. The modern economy has figured out that your existential dread is a gold mine. Think about it. An entire industry, a massive multi-billion-dollar industry, is built on your feeling of being lost. It's the self-help industrial complex. It's a machine designed to prey on your insecurity that your life isn't special enough. It churns out books, seminars, online courses, life coaches, and spiritual retreats, all promising to hold the secret key to your unique destiny. If the purpose economy is the engine, then social media is the fuel that sets the world on fire. Every time you open Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, you're like totally bombarded with images of people who seem to have it all figured out. But here's the thing. These aren't just pictures of people's lives. They're honestly carefully constructed advertisements for a life of purpose. This creates an impossible standard. We're comparing our behind-the-scenes mess to everyone else's highlight reel. The pressure to perform your purpose online is, honestly, immense. Our brains are honestly fundamentally lazy. They hate complexity and uncertainty. They crave simple answers and clear narratives. This is actually a survival mechanism. Back when we were living in caves, it was useful to quickly decide if that rustling in the bushes was a saber-toothed tiger or just the wind. This ancient wiring is still with us today, and it's why the idea of a single life purpose is so damn seductive. It's a beautifully simple story. Think about the stories we love. In movies, books, and myths, the hero almost always has a clear destiny. So we've spent all this time, kind of tearing apart the idea of a grand life purpose. The answer is both surprisingly simple and, honestly, kind of annoyingly difficult. You start by noticing. You just learn the art of paying attention to your actual life, the one that's happening right now, instead of the fantasy life you think you should have. You find meaning not in the extraordinary, but in the mundane. It's the satisfaction of a job well done, even if that job is just like organizing a spreadsheet. These moments, they're the actual fabric of your life. We love to dismiss them as the small stuff, but honestly, they're not small. They're everything. One of the most damaging parts of the purpose trap is that it sets the stakes for your life impossibly high. The secret to escaping this is to embrace the liberating power of good enough. You don't need the perfect job, you just need a job that's good enough, one that pays the bills and doesn't make you want to cry every morning. A better approach is to protect your passions from the pressure of purpose. Let your hobbies be hobbies. Embracing good enough is honestly an act of rebellion in a culture that demands constant optimization. The biggest lie of the purpose trap is that meaning is something you find, like a lost set of keys. The truth is, meaning isn't found. It's built. You create it, piece by piece, through your actions, your choices, and your commitments. You start by asking a better question. Instead of asking, "What is my purpose?" you ask, "What is important to me right now?" Once you have a clearer sense of your values, you start making small choices that line up with them. When you stack these actions up day after day, you're actively building a life that feels meaningful and authentic to you. Ultimately, all this advice really boils down to one core principle: taking full responsibility for your life as it is today. The purpose trap is a brilliant way to dodge this responsibility. Escaping the trap means giving up this excuse. Your only job is to live today well. That means you stop waiting. Start engaging with the imperfect reality you're in. Find something to appreciate about your current job, even if you don't love it. Meaning isn't the prize you get at the end of the race. It's the feeling you get from running it. Living this way fundamentally redefines success. Success is simply about how you spend your day. If you can go to bed at night having done those things, you've had a successful day. And a life made up of successful days is a deeply meaningful life, regardless of whether anyone else even remembers your name. If there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this: your life's purpose is not a destination you arrive at. It's the way you walk the path every single day. Your purpose isn't some grand thing you'll do tomorrow. It's the collection of small things you choose to do today. This approach honestly gives you your power back. You're no longer a passive searcher, waiting for a sign from the universe. You're an active creator, a builder of meaning. So what do you do when you leave this page? You start smaller, you start now. Pick one thing. Notice the taste of your dinner tonight. Call a family member you haven't spoken to in a while. That's it. That's the whole practice. The goal isn't to solve the puzzle of your life. The goal is to engage with it, to participate in it, fully and without reservation, one day at a time. Forget about the surprising truth of life's purpose. The real surprise is that you never needed one in the first place. The only thing you were ever required to do was to live the life you have. So live it. Pay attention to it. Be responsible for it. Your purpose is to show up for it, starting right now.